Now is the time! As you can see, transfer deadline day. We're still going to go through all the normal monthly update stuff, and we're going to do it really quick so that we can get to the good stuff, the transfers. So first let's have a look at our results from the month. We opened up on camera with this match against Peterborough, 1-1 draw. If you want to know about that one, go watch the video. And then we went to Brentford, or we were home to Brentford at the FA Cup, a 1-0 win. It was a long-range shot from Christian Larson that fired us through there. And then Bolton at home, a similar story. First half header from Tom Elliott. That gets us by Bolton, who really wanted to defend. And then that was the... no, this one. Match against Stevenage, 0-0. We were running short of strikers, so we decided to try Elliott up front by himself and added the defensive midfield instead of a second striker. It didn't work out. No goals. Stevenage just defended for their lives and, well, managed it. That was Tom Elliott's last game. He was sold. We'll go over that in just a little bit. First leg of the Checkatrade Trophy area final. The home leg, unfortunately, a 0-0 draw as well. We did not have Tom Elliott for this one, so we played Hamish Watson as a lone striker with the 5 midfielders. Couldn't create any goals, unfortunately. The Leyton Orient game, FA Cup. We were on the road. I thought it was going to be another 0-0. We just couldn't get it going, but we threw up a second striker. It was Watson who came off the bench to join Marlon Jackson. 0-0 up until stoppage time when a bad touch from one of the defenders allowed Watson to step in, pinch it, and then bury it to send us into the next round of the FA Cup. So we'll take a quick look at the league table. Oh, let's do that one there. We are still on top, 12 points clear. That's a comfortable lead. We'll see how comfortable it remains because things are going to get tasty. In terms of youth players, we brought in a couple of guys from Saudi that showed up. Let's pop in here to have a quick look at them. Where are they? The older but not as skilled one, Anwar Al-Jour. Decent at free kicks, good agility, but overall nothing else spectacular. And then the other guy, where is he there? Anwar Hamdan. Pretty much the same story, except much better passer and really good at free kicks. With some training, this guy could be very good. Al-Jour actually has a higher potential. They both have the same max at 94. Hamdan's low end of potential is 71, where Al-Jour's is 75. So likely these guys are both going to hit 80. Good look at youth players. Finances we will look at after we talk about transfers. So, offers came flying in for Callum Bailey. They thought he was hot. You'll look at the lineup here. You'll notice he's not there. It's because he's not here. He went to Ipswich for 1.8 million. I was initially looking for 3, and then I brought it down, and then Ipswich, really reached to hit our asking goal at 1.8, and they went for it. I'm like, wow, okay, that's money, we'll take it. That was right after Tom Elliott went to Southend for 1 million, so we were kind of struggling for strikers. Hidden gone. Samazada's loan expired at the beginning of the month, so we were down to King, who's a center forward, so more of an in behind the strikers. We have Watson and Jackson, and that was it. I suppose there's a spoiler right there. We have brought in one more striker, Tom Hopper. He cost us 700k. But the other major sale we made was Jake Reeves. Derby wanted to pay 2.7 million for him. So that's money in the bank. We are going to take it. So where does that leave us? Well, we brought in one more striker to replace Elliott, but we probably wanted one more to replace Samazada since we're one short on the quicker strikers. Hopper's another target one, not quite as pacey as Elliott was, but a little more skilled overall, better on the ball. We'll see if he can, match Elliott, because Elliott was our top goal scorer. He had netted, how many times? It was 13. Look over here. Yeah, 13 goals over 33 matches played. So he did quite well. Let's see if Hopper can match that. So we're looking to get a few more players in. There's also been a lot of bids in for Harrison Morris, that centre back. He's still fairly young and has a high potential. So that's one player we may have to look to replace, but I am going to try and keep him since we've lost so many more players. Right, all we've brought in so far are Hopper and the 2 youth players from Saudi, and I'm going to take a quick look over here so I can show you players I'm looking to replace. 4 players are about to have their contracts expire. Bennett and Turley are both lower on the appearances. I'm not using this much, so they can go. That'll be 2,500 per week that we can free up for next season. I'm not worried about renewing Jazzy's contract just yet. We don't want to spend the extra money now because he's not old enough to be taken on a free. And then Sean Rigg, he is reaching the end of his career. He's going down in stats. So I might renew his contract for a year at the end if we need another left mid as backup for Johnny White. But if we can secure another one, it might probably be through the youth academy because we don't have the wage budget this year to buy someone, and I don't want to risk breaking objectives for next season, since we have had a limit on increasing the wage budget for 2 seasons in a row. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a third. So with that, I actually have a whole bunch of offers out, and we're going to start with the transfers and see what happens. We got 1 email in. Is there going to be more? Nope, just the one. Another one for Harrison Morris. How good is it? 1 million. I've put my limit on him at 1.8, so we'll see if he's going to get there. I don't think so. Hamilton also wants the same, so we'll give him the same. I don't think I want to 1.3. We'll give a couple at 1.8. And if these teams say, yeah, but not, or no, but how about this, we'll just probably start rejecting offers rather than counter-offering repeatedly. What one's next? We got 1 more for this hour. Oh, Birmingham are going for the 1.8. That could be problematic. We may have to look for another center back. So let's be preemptive about this. We'll go to our short list. I do have a bunch of center backs available here. And you're going to see Charlie Ragland there is in red. We have approached him, but that's to get him on a free. This guy, he's young, he's decent, his form's not good, but maybe we could look at him. This guy's the emergency. He's got good speed, good strength, his tackling is okay, but he's probably not going to be that good overall, but he is a free agent, which means we can get him anytime. We don't have to get him during the transfer window. This guy, look at those physical stats, he's a beast, but he's rather expensive. If Harrison Morris goes, I might just go for him. He's still pretty young, and he's got really good physical stats. And the 825k asking price is what I got to inquire. It's not his actual market value, so we might be able to get him for less. And he's at the end of his contract, so maybe we can steal him. This guy's at the end of his contract, another fairly solid defender. Not quite as physically adept as I do, but this guy Carvalho, he's got very interesting stats. Great in the air, great speed, good strength, very aggressive, okay tackling, and then the rest of his stats are garbage, especially his stamina. How does he last a game? It's because he's a center back, but he'd be an interesting player to have. We could get him on a free, and his wages are pretty low, so that would be... he and Ragland are 2 players I'm looking to bring in as replacements for Bennett and Turley, so we have more center back options next season since those guys are going out. Hopefully one of them will be decent as a defensive mid, which is one more position that we might need. Anyway, so that's all of those. So we'll, let's throw an offer in for Adu, whatever we call him. Well, his salary's lower than I expected. We'll try and lowball him a little bit. Let's go for 650. If Morris goes, then we'll definitely be needing someone to play, and if his stats are as high as they might be, well, it could be a solid replacement, and we're going to need one because our only option if Morris goes is to play Mickelbust as a center back. But he and Butler both play left back, and we can't have both of them playing the whole time, or they're going to get tired. Carvalho doesn't... let's have a bigger role in the squad. What's he currently at there? Well, we'll give him... we can say he's important. That'll be fine. So remember, even if he does accept what we can, Now, this one down here I did not suspect. I'm going to wait on him because I have another player that I'm looking to bring in that's slightly better than this Bruno Miranda, but he is still very young, and I think this guy wants paid more as well. So we're going to stall on that one just now to see if the other guy I'm looking at is going to become available. But we do have, we can just say yes to him at the end of the day if we don't get the other guy I'm looking at. Two more emails to think about. This is the guy, Söderqvist. He's a little bit older. He wants a little bit more. Right, so he wants less money. So we can say he's crucial. 66 is pretty high for our team rating, at least compared to the average. So we'll give him that. He can play more. And then, well, we've already got a deal for Birmingham, so we're going to say no to that one. Alright, let's move on and see if we can... Oh, there's 4 emails. Ooh, the monies are flying in. Alright, off goes Morris. And Charlie Raglan is going to come. I'm going to accept that one because we take him. So that will be beginning of next season. He comes in on a free. And then that one's Miranda that we're still going to wait on. And they're not going for Morris. And they went for our low ball for Idu, so we're going to need him because we just sold Morris. So we'll give him everything he's asking for, and a little bit more in the wages because I'm not going to fiddle around with 50 bucks. Alright. Halfway through deadline day, we've secured 1 player. We have a second one we can pull in if we need. And Carvalho, he wants crucial. Nah, well, let's think about it. If we've lost Morris, and we don't know how good this Idu guy is, you know what? We'll give him crucial. And if he doesn't play, then he can bugger off. He's not that great. He seems like the kind of guy who's got a bit of an ego. And I'm not into players with egos, so if it turns out that he wants more, whoa, that's a lot of money win. Oh, Alderweireld went to Real Madrid and Oblak to Arsenal. Interesting, no emails, we only got 2 hours left. Well, 3 on this one. Lots of money spent. Let's see what is happening. Söderqvist still doesn't want it. Idu's gonna take it. Alright, we've got a replacement. We'll take him and have a quick look, see how good he is, see if he was actually worth it. And we're gonna wait till the next hour to pull in Miranda. But Söderqvist wants more money. I'm willing to give him up to 2,000 because it's still less than Miranda wants. So if he doesn't take this, or if it doesn't pop up, then we're just going to take Miranda. There's Idu. We'll take a quick look at him in a second. And yeah, I know, I already got him. Don't care. Doncaster were after Idu, but he is ours. Let's go in here and have a quick look. How good is he? 65, just what we needed. Brilliant. Let's have a quick look at his... He's a good jumper as well. He's good in the air. So the rest of his stats are actually kind of bad. But he's a good, decent tackler. Decent tackler. Alright, but we can work on him. He's still young. He's only 5'11". I forgot he was so short. Maybe that's why it held off on him. But that's fine. Bennett and Darren Jones from last season were both 5'11", so not amazingly tall defenders. But he'll get a chance to play in the next match because we have one in a few days. We'll throw him in there. Okay, last hour. Is Söderqvist going to accept? No, he's not. So, we're going to have to take... Where is he? Bruno Miranda, there he is. We're going to have to take him because we need another striker. And he comes, the young Chilean star. I think he could be very, very good. Alright. Boom. And he comes. So then, I think that's going to do it. We've brought in, let's see, so we sold Elliott, Bailey, and Reeves off camera. We sold Morris as well. That's a lot of our big youth players from last season gone. Well, no, just 2 of them, and the other 2 were the 2 free transfers from Wimbledon. We brought in Hopper as a direct replacement for Elliott. And then Miranda's just pretty much an upgrade from what Samizado was. He'll probably get more playing time. And then we brought in Adu to... I can't decide how to pronounce his name. Adu or Idu? Probably go with Adu because it sounds less weird. But we brought him in to replace Morris. We don't need a replacement for Bailey because we've got Larson, and Beauchamp just came back from loan, so he's our backup. Is that all we needed to think about? We got plenty of midfielders. We just brought in the 2 Arabian guys to replace Reeves. So I think we're all set. Let's end this, and is there anything else that's going to fly through? 2 emails. We got Swindon in 2 days. So that's the total spent, £293,455,000. And Mark Reynolds says he's okay to play. He's almost back from injury, but not quite. Alright, wow, that took a while to go through all that stuff, but it's good. It's fun to see the transfer stuff. Let's take a quick look at our finances after that. Quick look at the expectations, youth development. We should still accomplish that even though we've sold 2 of our main guys. We've still got... look over here at the statistics. King's played more than a third of the matches already. I assume it will be more than a third. Larson's just about there. Ed Collins is well over. And Mickelbust as well. And Johnny White. So yeah, I think we're going to be fine on that youth one. That'll still wait till the end of this, till the beginning of next season until we see anything about that. Don't need that. We did reach the round of 32 in the FA Cup, so we've accomplished that. We're pretty much set on avoiding relegation and finishing mid-table, so we're going to get new things there. And financial. As of right now, the salary growth is still good, and we have tons of extra cash to work with. What I'll probably do at the end of the season, once my lowest ranked scout comes out, is send him out and replace him with a higher level scout. The scouts are a lot cheaper in this game than they have been in the past. I just grabbed a 3-3 star one for like 300,000. It was 800,000. It was less than $1 million, which is surprising. And I could have got a 3-5 for just over 1 million. So I will definitely upgrade the scouts and keep spending money to bring in new young talent. Can probably keep some in the youth academy as well. I think they must have to train better in order for it to be worth it keeping them there. That's something we talked about at the end of last season, and we'll probably talk about again at the end. For this video, wow. Long video. But we saw good stuff, that's all we care about. Still shorter than the match. Like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think of our acquisitions? Do you think we got fair money for the players that we brought, or that we sold? Was that some fair money? I don't think it was. We brought in, what was that? Almost $7.5 million. And we only spent maybe not even 2. So comments on the transfers in and out. What do you think? Do you think our squad should be set for now? And then don't forget to follow on Twitter. Ranroth Games is my handle. If you've been following there, you would have known the transfers happening before this video came out, or even before I filmed it. So there's that. And do not forget to vote for the FIFA 15 career mode team. Port Vale, Wickham Wanderers, Newport County, and Forest Green Rovers. They are all waiting for your votes. Which one should I play when FIFA 18 comes out? There will be a link to that in the description. Alright, thank you. Fun times. We're going to see how these new players do. And I will see you all in the next video.